I really hate being a perfectionist. It stems from my mother, which was adopted onto me, and I had a realization last week, and I posted a Tumblr post about it, but I wanted to make it in a video format so people can maybe understand where I'm coming from about this. I have a lot of videos on my channel, a lot, over 800. I've made a lot of content about so many different things. My content is so diverse, I have forgotten about topics that I've actually discussed in older videos. But as I was going through some of my older videos, just browsing them and going back, it's interesting when you make YouTube videos, when you can go back 4 to 5 years on my first videos where I was religious, I see someone who was completely different. My mannerisms were different, how I presented myself was different, because I used to be a Christian, I used to be religious, I used to believe in God, I used to be all these different things, and it's like an online journal almost. Like I can go back and watch a video and see that I was in this state of mind, I felt this way, I believed these certain things back 5 to 6 years ago. Through videos on YouTube. It's really quite fascinating. But at the same time, over the course of the past almost 2.5 years now, that since I've actually transitioned completely out of a religious household, that I'm no longer involved with, the church, is that I've been looking at my past videos on religion, where I've critiqued religion, criticized religion, and although some of my subscribers may not agree with me on this, I did it wrong. I've been doing it wrong for the past, since I've started making videos on atheism. My channel is not centered around atheism. It never will be. I make the occasional video on religion now, as if, I used to make videos on religion several videos a week on religion. I don't do that anymore because it's not, I have an interest in it, but it's not my main goal, my main sense of channel direction that I want for this channel. I want this channel to start focusing more on education, more on mental health, more about things that I enjoy rather than, just making videos on religion, because let's be honest, my religion videos get more views than any other video that I make, hands down. Which is fine, but there's only so much that I can, talk about in terms of religion before I get bored of it. And I'm someone who has to have constant variety. And the reason I said that I'm wrong is because I've went about approaching religion the wrong way. I believe I have. Now, you may say, well, I know you've been aggressive towards religion, you critique religion, really loud, and you yell and raise your voice, and you get all worked up. Yeah, and I understand why you might think of my reasoning for that, because, I had a past of religion, I have a lot of anger towards it, but it was wrong, and it's wrong for me. You may not see it as wrong, but it was wrong for me, because I feel as if I could have been so much more effective on how I communicate my points, my content regarding religion. I feel as if I failed drastically on being an effective critiquer of religion, rather than appearing as this hostile, arrogant, hot-headed guy who yells at the camera and, I fucking hate religion! Because a lot of my videos, I'm like this plethora of hostility. I come across that way. At least that's how I see myself. And I don't know if you guys saw me that way with my older videos on religion and critiquing religion and bashing religion. I don't even know. But I see myself that way, and it's something that I want to stem away from, because that is not me. And I'm going to admit this, and no offense to TJ, the Amazing Atheist, I in a way started to adopt his presentation style, his mentality of, being a loud, angry man, yelling at the camera. He's entertaining. Amazing Atheist is an entertainer, but he makes some good videos on religion and stuff, but the way he presents himself is a very aggressive, loud guy, and I kind of, in a way, adopted that manner, and that's not me. It really isn't. And I'm not saying that's as an insult to TJ, because that's his thing. He does it well. It works for him. He gets lots of views. He gets people subscribing to him. That's awesome. But it's not me. That is not me. And I'm realizing that. I'm seeing that through when I look at my older videos of someone who came across the wrong way. And I want to be an effective communicator, not an effective or defective communicator, which I feel as if in religion I could have improved my presentation style in so many different ways, but I just didn't see it until now. And God, being a perfectionist I hate it, I really do, because, people can say, you can improve this way, or Daniel, you have this character flaw, or you need to work on this, and then when I view myself, when I critique myself, it's far worse than anything anyone could ever say to me. I literally beat myself up, and it's something that I'm still trying to get through on not putting myself down on such a regular basis about things that, I make mistakes, grammatical errors, I make editing mistakes in my videos, I make pronunciation errors in my videos, and I've actually been trying to include those in my content where I make mistakes on mispronouncing words and stuff, because it makes me feel more real rather than trying to cover up, me mispronouncing something or me trying to hide that I said a word wrongly or mispronounced it and I feel like an idiot. But if I include it, it feels more real, and I want to start appearing more real and not as a persona, an act of presenting myself as an entertainer, of bash religion but come across as this hostile, arrogant hothead. I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to come across as an entertainer. I want to come across as an educator, because that's what I want my channel to stem into. Is, I'm still going to make videos on games, comics, stuff like that, but I want to start making videos on education and teaching people things that they didn't know previously. And now I want to approach religion from now on understanding religion. Still critiquing it, but understanding why the religious think the way they do, why they act the way they do. How do people become religious? It's far more complex than just being raised in a religious household. There's so much more to religion than people realize, and it's a fascinating subject which I am going to explore more on my channel. So I just want to get that out there. I hope you guys can understand where I'm coming from. My name is Daniel Sulzbach. I will see you guys tomorrow for a video about something. I don't know what yet, but I'll figure it out. Thank you guys for watching.